Oh. Well, hello there. Hi, it's Tom here and welcome to Reseller Gaming. I wanted to do my very first haul video for you lot. This is stuff that I've been picking up for the last few weeks really, from things like Facebook, Gumtree, Spock, from the charity shops, and then just from people I know. So all sorts of bits and bobs. I'll try and remember what I paid for stuff pretty much. So yeah, I'll just get right into it. Some interesting bits. Pretty much most of this is going to my own collection. There's maybe one or two bits that I might trade on or sell on, that kind of thing. But most of it will go probably into my own collection. And the first big thing that I picked up was my very first Wii U. So yeah, I've got the console and all the gubbins here, but yeah, it's a bit grubby, it needs a wipe down. I saw this on Facebook, the person wanted 70 quid for it. I quickly messaged them saying, you know, is it still available, blah blah blah, and I'll come pick it up. So it was a really good deal because there was this, there was a charging stand for this, there was all the things, and then there was these 3 games as well. So for 70 quid, I didn't think that was a bad deal because normally I see Wii U's around the £100 mark. Oh, there was also a Wii U Pro controller, which I've got, one of the official Pro controller things as well. So that was a seller. There was no Wii remotes, but I've got some of those kicking around with the Wii Motion Plus in. But these are the games. I'll say the best one to last, but there was Zombie U, which I've heard mixed sort of feedback from. It's a very cheap game. I think you can pick it up for about a £5. But, you know, I'll give it a go. I like my sort of zombie type games. Then this... Oh, we've lost the thing. There we go. So this is what also drew me to it, is new Super Mario Brothers U. I've played the new Super Mario Brothers on the 3DS and it was great, real good fun. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into this. The condition, it's all there. It's, you know, the discs are lovely. I mean, these Wii U discs and the Blu-rays, you never get them scratched. The, you know, it's unscratched off thing. It's all there really, which is cool. This game's come down a lot in price. I think you can pick it up for about a tenner now. So yeah, but still nice. And then this is my favourite one. Check out this. That is just brilliant. That is spectacular artwork there. So Sonic Wii U, and this one is a disc-only one, but it's... I'll just rotate it around. It is, there we go, Sonic Lost World. Now, I'll probably give this a go. I enjoy... I used to love the original Sonics. But it's like Sonic 06, I mean, that just, it was just awful. Absolutely awful. So I'll give it a go, but I don't know. The value on this is pretty decent. It's keeping its value a bit, so I might see what they go for on the bay and maybe move it on. But I will give it a go first. So with those games, and the screen on this thing is fine. You know, I've tested out the console. Works great. The console smelled a little bit of smoke, but I imagine that'll go after time. So yeah, pretty decent. And the woman was saying she was getting lots of messages. I was tempted to lowball her and say, oh, would you take 60 quid or would you take 65? But I thought it's best. I've been after one for a while. This is just like the 32 gig one. Just get it, have a go, see if it is up my street, and then if not, move it on. So that's that one. This next thing I picked up, this was from a guy I know. He's sort of downsizing his collection really, and I picked up this from him, which is just a DS Lite. Oh, it's got a game in it. It's got nothing exciting, guys. It's got Nintendogs in it, the American release, so that's not going to set the world on fire really, but it's a colour that I don't come across often. It's this sort of metallic blue. It's in decent condition as well. You can see there it's in nice condition. But this one's a bit odd because if you look at the back, I think it's an American one from the... if you look up here, this is very different to what the English ones look like. So it's not... This is how nerdy I am. I collect regional variants of the DS. It's not got the original stylus. It's a generic black one. But yeah, just cool. It's not one that I see too often. This sort of almost translucent one. And he wanted 20 quid for it. And you know, with a charger and stuff. So there you go. Couldn't say no really. Nice condition. Then these were gifts. This one was a gift because I bought myself a while back. I bought myself a Vita, and I need to get some new. Let's see there, new thumbstick things for it. Let's see if we can get that in focus. You can see there the rubber's worn off. But the reason why this is cool is it's the Call of Duty Black Ops one. So that was cool. I paid 60 quid for this, and it came with the Black Ops game, and then it also came with a memory card as well. But it does just need the thumbsticks looking at. But I've been playing the crap out of it. I bought Uncharted for this, and I've been playing it like mad. Also been doing remote play with the PS4, which is really cool. So that the wife can be watching Coronation Street or whatever, and I'm playing on like No Man's Sky on the Vita while she's watching Corrie. So that's pretty cool. You get your headphones in. Yeah, it's decent. So at Christmas, I got bought this as a gift, which was very kind, which is a Vita game, which is Nova 111, and it's cool because it's a limited run game. Let's see if that comes out. It's not coming out. You can see it there anyway. It's a bit out of focus. New and sealed. There's part of me that doesn't want to open it, but I'm going to open it. It looks like some kind of like an adventure game, top-down sort of adventure game. So yeah, it looks interesting. Anyway, one player. So yeah, I'll give that a go. I think Vita and PSP are ones for the future, really. I mean, I've got a PSP here, which it gets loads of use. I'm always playing like this. Was my rough PSP that's got scuffs and stuff, which I'm not particularly precious about. But what's the game I've been playing at the moment? Yeah, Wipeout Pulse is what I've been playing at the moment. So it's pretty decent. And then this again was another gift at Christmas, which I'm going to have a good go of. Well, I bought it for myself basically with Christmas money, which is the Crash Bandicoot game. I loved the original Crash games on the PS1. I never ever completed the first one though. So I'm hoping I might be able to complete the first one this time around. I just remember there was a specific jumping section, sort of up a castle, where you jump from one platform to the other. And it was just impossible because if you fell off, you went right back to the beginning. And it was a nightmare. I could never get past that point. And I've tried fairly recently with, it was sort of early last year, sort of early summer. Tried again, couldn't do it, got stuck. So we shall see. This might get thrown through a window. I'm not sure. I mean, Crash Warped, the third one I completed that. That's wicked. That's a really good game. So yeah, I mean, that was a decent price actually. That was 25 quid in Tesco. So I snapped that one up. That was really cool. Then out around some charity shops, I got some pretty nice finds. This one's, I mean, the game itself is, I played it a little bit, but it didn't get the greatest response. And it's Red Faction Armageddon. This was either 49p or 99p. I think it was 99p from a charity shop, but I saw it and I was like, that's really odd. Oh, it must be in a replacement DVD case or something. But then I looked at it and I was like, that's really weird. But what it is, it's a not to be sold separately one, which I've kind of got a thing for. Ones that came bundled. You'll see another one in a second. But if they're cheap, I'll pick them up. The promo ones and bundle copies, that sort of thing. I don't know why, I just pick them up. They interest me, so I'll give it a go. But you know, I don't hold out much hope that it's going to be spectacular. But this game, on the other hand, I have already got this game. I bought it on release day. It's a brilliant game, which is Call of Duty 3. I have real fond memories of playing this game back in the day on the 360 because it was one of the game that we used to play loads, particularly the sort of online multiplayer maps. And there was one particular one where there was like a tank, a motorbike, like a jeep type thing with a gun on the back. And I don't think Call of Duty have replicated that since. They've lost that vehicle thing, which I think added a really interesting dynamic to the game with the tank and stuff like that. It makes the play up. And actually, I had a go on this when I bought it, and it seems so crude going back. And because you're used to the modern Call of Duty things, there's like a sprint and then you do a dive and stuff like that. You're used to it, and you're like, oh god, this is weird. But it's still such a quality game. Fond memories of playing the campaign. The reason why I picked this up is, one, my copy, I have no idea where it is. I have not got a clue. It's in the shed somewhere, or I don't know. The other reason, again, it was 99p, and it is a bundle copy, not for resale, which is just, I don't know why, it's just cool. The disc itself just is just the standard thing, and this is nice condition, plays fine. It's just funny seeing the phone that's on there. But yeah, so that was cool. And this was a nice little pickup. I'm not sure whether I move this on or whether I keep this, because I have had a go on it and it's difficult. And that is Ultimate Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins. And this is like the remastered version of the brutally difficult original. And this is somewhat fairer, but yeah. And this was $2.99, which this was in a charity shop, and I thought that was a really good price, so I had to pick that up. There's a little bit of money if I want to sell it on, but I think honestly I'll probably give it a go, even though it'll be kind of like Dark Souls, where I'll just end up breaking things with pure unadulterated rage. So, but yeah, cool, good one to look out for if you're out and about, because it holds some good trading value and also good resale value as well. And you know, it's a good game. Before kind of Capcom lost their way, really. Oops. And it's now broken. Then this was cool. This was off my mate who I got the DS from, and he said, "Oh, I found this. Is this any good to you?" And it is a PlayStation 1 pad. I paid £2 for it from him, and it's cool. It's original PS1, but it's in this clear blue colour. The thumbsticks need replacing, but I've never seen one in this clear blue. I don't think it's definitely the original, because you can see there it's the original grey PS1. But yeah, it's in this really cool clear blue. It's not focusing colour. It's really vivid blue as well. And at first I thought it was third party, but it's got proper. It says SCPH 1200. So yeah, £2. I mean, I don't even know if it works, but it's gross. It's really sticky and dusty, It needs a good clean, and it needs those thumbsticks replacing. So I'll get on and do that, make it all nice and tidy, and yeah, nice one for the PlayStation collection. Don't know what they sell for. I haven't really looked, to be fair. And along the same vein, I picked this one up ages and ages ago. I bought a Xbox 360 bundle. That was off Spock, and I sold I traded the Xbox in, and I sold off the games on Amazon. And but this I got left. This is what I kept, and it's not really coming out very well, but it's a sort of a baby pink controller. So it's just your standard wireless. Come on, can you see wireless controller there? So yeah, and it's a shame, but it's missing its original pink back, which annoys me, and it's gross. See if we can see that. Can you see there? Isn't that lovely? So yeah, it works. I've tested it. It works fine. Thumbsticks are a little bit worn, but I'll probably just keep them on there, clean it up, see if I can get a back. If anyone's got a pink back, let me know. But that's good. And then we've got two things left. This was cool. I showed this in the intro to another video. I picked up a Game Boy from an antique centre. It was sort of November time, and I sold the Game Boy on because I'd already got it. It was one of the yellow Game Boy colours, but it was in this, which is really cool. So I've got, I made a profit on that, which is fine. So this was kind of a freebie, really. So I was tempted to sell it, but it's really quite cool. I think it's of that era. It's for when you open it up, you can see you could fit original Game Boy cartridges in there. So it's possibly for the original DM grey Game Boy, or maybe sort of when they came out with the original shape but with colours, maybe sometime around then. Certainly no newer than the Game Boy Color anyway. So really cool little carry case. There's room for one side, and then there's the game side for the other. So yeah, I think I'll be keeping that, really. And then lastly, this was cracking. I went into a charity shop, and they got a PlayStation 2 with one manky third-party controller for 35 quid. And I was like, oh my god. And then they got a white Xbox 360 with no controller for 25 quid. And you know what happens with the white ones. Well, maybe they do work, but they're really loud, and then there's a chance of them getting the red ring of death. No thanks. And then there was a slim PS3 with two games. They were like meh games, and all the cables, but no controller for 45 quid. And then there was a Wii for like 50 quid with like a load of shovelware games, really rubbish games, and again no controller. But then I was wandering around, and in with the toys and stuff like that, just sat on a shelf, was this. And I'm so glad they didn't like open it and put it with the PlayStation 3. And this was a tenner. So that's a cracking deal. I'm really torn. Do I keep this because I don't really collect PlayStation 3 stuff? I've got a backwards compatible PlayStation 3, which is like the top's cracked and it works, but it just I've got it somewhere. Oh, I think it's in the loft. That's how often I use it. It's in the loft. I got it for testing games, but I don't really play the PS3, really. I've got some games which I want to get to on there, like Demon Souls and The Last of Us, and I can't remember the others, but there are a few. But that's way, way down the line. But I'm torn to whether to keep this or whether to sell it, because being new and sealed, I think think that someone might want it. I mean, there is a part of me that says, oh, keep it for a bit and it might go up in value, blah, blah, blah. But there's more chance of me damaging it in my care than you know, it seems, because it is so, I mean, it's lovely, minty fresh. It's there's no scuffs. It's absolutely bob on. So yeah, for a tenner, I was like, oh God, I nearly dropped it then. I was like, I'm having that. So yeah, just shows you, charity shops, got to keep looking. So yeah, that's it. That's my finds. Oh, there was just these as well, which was in the Game Boy bag, which is, you know, golf and tennis. So yeah, that's it. That's my first whole video on reseller gaming. Some of those bits I'm keeping, some of those bits I'm moving on. So yeah, that's just from the last few weeks, but I'll be getting loads of different bits. I mean, I can show you stuff that I buy also to resell on. And of course, if any of you lot are interested in any of the stuff that I've said that I'm moving on, shoot me a message, put me a message in the comment section, and I'm sure we can work something out. I'm always open to offers and deals. Not all of us resellers are dirty, filthy scalpers. They were just, you know, preying on the vulnerable. Some of us are genuinely passionate about games and really love to play them. And I hope that comes across in my videos. So if you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button. It's always really appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe. And also, while you're clicking the subscribe button, just click that little bell button. That helps because that reminds you if I'm going live or when any new content comes out. And if you've got any questions or comments, just whack those in the doobly-doo in the in the comment section. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.